What is up, Michigan Nation? It's your boy TJ Ronin, and I am with Minnie today. Minnie, how are we doing today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good. It's Monday. It's game week. Excited. We had a week off. Part of me feels like it was needed in terms of getting healthy as well as a reset for the team and the fans. Because now, Minnie, we're in a 3-game stretch right now. The season's on the line. Every game matters. We cannot afford a loss. Big week for the boys to get better. Looking forward to covering that with you today. This is the Michigan Monday podcast with me, myself, TJ Ronin, and Minnie. We're looking forward to covering some topics and doing some super chats with you guys. If you guys do want to send a super chat, we will read that if it's relevant to the topic, with the topic, or at the end of the show. We appreciate everyone contributing to the show. Minnie, tell us, bye week. I know you traveled to California to watch the Nebraska game. How was your week this weekend?
Yeah, back-to-back weekends traveling. I went to Nebraska the weekend before when we played against Purdue, or Michigan played against Purdue. And then last weekend I went to the Rose Bowl because, Dylan Raiola, the quarterback for the Huskers, was out for the season, and we've never had a freshman quarterback. So I got to see what that was like, having a freshman quarterback start in the middle of the season. That was kind of crazy. So I wanted to go and cheer them on, and luckily they won. So
yeah, very good. Well, good luck with that, Minnie. Good luck with Nebraska. But we are here to talk Michigan.
Yeah.
We have Northwestern this week, Wrigley Field. We're looking forward to it.
I know.
Before we get into our topics,
there's only
Minnie,
oh, sorry.
no, go on. No.
I was there. There's only like 41,000 seats. How are all the Michigan fans going to fit?
I don't know. Have you seen the prices of the tickets? I think the cheapest ticket was like $120.
Okay.
I think.
Wow.
But it went up. Like it was actually pretty crazy. So I don't know. I actually think it'll be like a Michigan home game, to be honest with you. I feel Michigan's going to represent very well at Wrigley Field. Looking forward to that. So before we get into our topics, Minnie, or I guess let's get right into it. Let's get into what are the 3 things, Minnie, that me and you are looking for coming out of the bye week. We have this 3-game home stretch, which really we're in the playoffs. This is the playoffs.
Yeah. That's actually, I'm so glad you said it just like that, because Tuesday, the college football playoff rankings came out, the official one, right? And Michigan was ranked 21st.
Yeah.
And it just gets everybody in the whole college football world talking about playoffs. Who's going to make it? How many seats we have? This year we only have the 12-team playoff. Next year we have the guaranteed 4 teams from the Big Ten in. So there's definitely room for 3. Is there room for 4? And if there's room for 4, who's going to be that 4th one? It's getting everyone talking about it, and I'm worried that it could have people, especially Michigan players, more focused on that than actually playing the here and now. And so that was my first thing, is coming out of this bye week. I want to make sure that, we're taking it 1 game at a time, each opponent, and taking it seriously. I know, Northwestern, they're not exactly known for football, especially as of late, the last few years, but they're a serious opponent.
Yeah.
So they need to be taken seriously. And I just really hope that stays in everyone's mind.
Yeah, I think so. I think but you're right. The boys need to take this 1 game at a time and just execute. So the very first thing I'm looking for, Minnie, coming out of the bye is I want to see a confident Bryce Underwood. I have the last 2 games began seeing a unconfident Bryce Underwood. He looked more confident earlier in the year. We'll see if that's just a byproduct of, freshman wall, right? Maybe he hit a freshman wall. Maybe, now he got time to, heal, recover, regenerate, refocus. And I'm hoping to see Bryce Underwood really pick it up, because the way Bryce Underwood played the last 2 games, Minnie, as you've been following along, not the best. 8 for 17, only 86 yards against Michigan State. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Purdue, 13 of 22. Both of these, against Michigan State, 47% completion. Purdue, 59% completion, 1 interception. Just not high quality football. He's got to get back on track. Looking forward to that, man. That's what I'm looking for. What's your first item? Unless you had something else.
I like that. That was my first item, the college football playoffs, taking it one game at a time instead of focusing on that.
Very good.
That's fair. That was my first one. So my second one is kind of to piggyback off of what you just said,
Yeah.
is staying healthy. Michigan has been plagued by injury. Oh my gosh, it broke my heart because last time you and I talked on air, we didn't think that Justice Haynes had that big of an injury, right?
That's right.
And
That's
now
right.
he's had surgery.
Right. So I just read an update on Justice Haynes, actually. I believe they said he's kind of week to week right now, and they're reevaluating him.
Yeah, Sharon doesn't seem to let a whole lot of information out about injury.
Yeah, he said it was week to week. So that was the update. Yeah, we'll see. Look, from my understanding, what we got that picture sent to us, right? We got the he wasn't wearing a boot after the game. We're just got to wait and see on that. Hopefully Haynes is ready for at least Ohio State. I think we would all agree, okay, he misses Northwestern, misses Maryland. We'll be fine. We'll be all right. If he's ready to go by Ohio State, then that's really best case. That's really all anyone could ask for. Even if he was ready by Maryland, I think they would hold him out just for the Ohio State game. So we'll just have to see if it's one of those smaller procedures that you can heal quickly from, or perhaps if it's more, it's something we're just gonna have to monitor. But I do think that's a good point, Minnie. Hopefully the boys stay healthy here and no more injuries, because we've had enough of them.
And to go along with that, what you were saying about Bryce Underwood kind of not having his best 2 games, the last 2 games, it could be, just getting calloused in the Big Ten and being, your quarterback. He's a freshman. This is new to him. And you get banged up quite a bit back there. So, it's just I'm sure he really needed the rest. And yeah, just to stay healthy.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, we'll get to Michigan. I'll read that super chat in a moment. Okay, buddy, we appreciate it. For me, the next thing is we need to see an effective passing game. Our passing game, Minnie, is ranked 106th in the nation. Yeah. Our running game is ranked 12th. Our defense is 18th. There's clearly a weak point in, Michigan in the 3 phases. Special teams obviously can improve, which we will get to, but the passing game has got to be more effective. Bryce Underwood has to do more, and Chip Lindsey has to put this offense in a position to be respectable through the air. You don't got to be elite. No one's asking for a top 25 passing game. No one's even asking for probably even a top 40 passing game, but you got to give us more than 107th in the nation. It needs to be more effective. And the wide receivers got to step up. That's just kind of where I'm at with that, Minnie. What is your final item of what you were looking for coming out of the bye?
Well, I hate to beat a dead horse, but tackling in the secondary, I just feel like this is where it matters most in the last 3 games.
Yeah. So that's funny because, Minnie, what the audience may not know is we did not collaborate on our items. We didn't even sometimes, or we have in the past, shared what we were going to cover. Today we went fully organic with it. I have the same as my final item is defense playing clean. I need clean tackling. I need sound play. So I agree with you because that's Michigan has to do that. We have to I guess round it all together. Michigan's got to get a more effective passing game. We need a confident Bryce Underwood. We need the boys staying healthy, and we need this defense who is playing at a top 20 level to play clean football, though, because especially the game at the end of the year, Ohio State, there's not going to be a lot of margin for error. You can't make mistakes that we have made earlier this season in terms of missed assignments, in terms of poor tackling, in terms of not being gap responsible when defending the run. These things Michigan must tighten up these last 3 games if we want to be a playoff team, and we want to be a playoff team. So Yeah, I think we are very aligned there, Minnie. What else do you have for that?
Yeah, well, it just exactly what you're saying, clean
Yeah,
tackling. That is just something that if you miss a tackle, it just drives me up the wall. That should never happen, not this late in the season. Next
yeah.
guy up, that's how I feel about it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, then let's speak of the next guy up. Let's talk about
Mhm.
3 players we want to see make an impact in this final 3-game stretch here. I'll let you go first, Minnie.
Okay, let's see here. Well, with Justin Hayes being out, right, we need to lean even heavier on Jordan Marshall. He's been great, surprisingly wonderful at running
Yep.
back, right? Um, so we need to lean on that even more. It's going to be even more important going into this last stretch in November.
Mm. Yeah, agree. I mean, Jordan Marshall has to keep doing what he's doing because he is the
Mhm.
offense right now. As crazy as that sounds, he is one of the most important pieces for Michigan right now. Another important piece is Bryce Underwood. I need Bryce Underwood to find his game. I need Bryce Underwood. I know I talked about it, but this team will only go as far as he can take it. Right now, it is a team sport, and it's not all on the quarterback. But I feel confident in saying if he plays better football, then I feel Michigan can be a playoff team. But I mean, really good football. I mean, sound football. I mean, he's got to have games like he had um,
Against
against
Nebraska.
Washington. Yeah, Nebraska,
Yeah.
Washington. Like I got to
Mhm,
see. Although I will say his completion percentage was not really good against Nebraska, but he picked and choose when he ran the ball. He
mhm.
had a really good game against Central Michigan. I need that Bryce Underwood. Um, yeah, definitely need that. So Central Michigan, Washington be 2 games I'd really point out too. Nebraska wasn't bad, but the completion percentage was not where it needed to be. Who is your next player that
But
needs to have
that
an impact
that's
in these final?
that is so funny because I have Bryce Underwood too for the
Uh,
same exact reason.
yeah.
Um, just passing completion. It just seems to me like at this point in the season, you are no longer a freshman. If you've started every game and played in every game, you're seasoned.
Mhm.
You've got it under your belt. So whatever the situation is, it needs to be figured out. If it's a Chip Lindsey situation, they need to figure that out. But he needs to, yeah, get the ball to his receivers and his tight end. So we can be
Definitely.
successful in the pass game.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean that we're something we're gonna be monitoring. I mean, every Michigan fan and every rival is watching Bryce Underwood game to game. So the next player I have, Minnie, is Andrew Marsh. I need Andrew Marsh to continue ascending and becoming a reliable target for Bryce because who else is? What other offensive weapon outside of running back in terms of the receiving core can we count on?
Mhm. Yeah,
I
he's the
cannot
most
name one.
effective for sure.
Yeah, I cannot name a single one. Not McCauley, not Marlon Klein. There's not a single
Oh,
passing passing threat in this offense, or I'm sorry, receiving threat in this offense that I can count on except Andrew Marsh. Andrew Marsh, I feel personally is the only one that I'm confident in. The rest, maybe we'll see them. Maybe they'll have an impact, but I would not put money on that. In terms of if somebody was like, TJ, you got to bet $100. Who are you confident in putting this $100 down on somebody who can even get you 50 yards? It's that bad.
I know.
Andrew Marsh is the only one I'd put $100 on. None of the others I'd even trust. Who's your last player, Minnie, that you feel needs to make an impact?
Well, given that, there's gonna be a lot of rushing, and we have a great edge rusher in Derek Moore. He's had 6 sacks in the last 3 games. I'm saying that he needs to keep doing that,
Mhm.
keeping that up. I'd love
Yeah,
to see that
Derek Moore is actually
pressure.
at an incredible rate right now. I don't even know where he ranks. I wonder if I can find that out very quickly. Players. Let's look at this. Let's see if I can find this. Conference. I don't want conference. I want the whole NCAA. Where does Derek Moore rank? I guess I can find out on ESPN. ESPN will have it. Um, yeah, I mean, I should have looked this up. This was actually fascinating stuff here. Derek Moore, I think, has 8.5 sacks on the year. Let's go players. Okay, so we got it right here. Wow. Where do you think Derek Moore ranks nationally?
Okay, let's say,
He's got 8.5.
is it top 50?
Oh, easily top 50. He's top 10.
Okay. Seriously? He's top 10?
He's 8th. He's 8th in the nation right now.
All right. Whew.
That's great. I mean, that's fantastic to see that.
Well,
So, I mean, shout out
that's
to
what I'm
Derek Moore.
saying. Like,
What do you, go on.
he's had, like I said, 6 in the past 3 games. He needs to
Yeah.
keep that stat up because
Yeah.
he easily, and then he could be like in the top 5. Easy.
Yeah. To be top 5, he needs 1.5 sacks. Or I'm sorry, he needs 2 sacks to get top 5. 2 sacks to get top 5. Or no, 1.5. He'd be top 5. 1.5. So we'll find out. I mean, we'll see what he can do here.
Yeah.
Derek Moore's having a great year. My final player, and shout out to Michigander. Thank you, Michigander, for supporting the show. You've been a very aggressive contributor the last few weeks, and it is not
Aw.
it is being recognized, my friend. We do appreciate that. Okay, so my last player, it's Dominic Zavada.
Yeah.
I believe he is going to be critical for us to achieve what we want to achieve, which is playoffs, potentially Big Ten championship if things fall right, right? So I need Zavada to be clutch. I need Zavada to be Zavada of last year. I need Zavada to find his game. I hope the bye week he feels confident and focused because Zavada has not been the player he was. He is currently 10 for 14 at a 71% hit rate.
Yeah.
Not his best. Last year he was 21 for 22.
Yeah,
You
wasn't
know,
that
at a
like 90 something percent last year?
95.5% last year.
Dang. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially given what we've been seeing lately in all
Mhm.
these, Big Ten games, conference games, a lot of these games, even with, highly ranked teams, come down to the last 50, 40 seconds. And
Mhm.
if you get it within a field goal, that's the win right there.
Yep. We agree. We agree. So I need Zavada to figure it out, Minnie. Figure it out. And I think if these boys, if the team does what we talked about, and these players step up, that brings us to our final topic here, Minnie, which we are going through the show very quickly today.
We
But that's
are.
okay. The topic of focus, Minnie, is we have a 3-game season.
Yeah, I agree.
Can Michigan go 3-0? And what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, well, each opponent, like I said before, you have to take each one, just focus on that one and not get ahead of yourself. Because once you start doing that, like, once we were talking about Derek Moore, it got me thinking about Maryland's quarterback, who's also a freshman, Malik Washington, but he's a great weapon for them.
Mhm.
And, you can't start doing that. So I'm just saying, like, everybody needs to be locked in and loaded for this week. Like, it is
Yeah.
the national championship. That's how you need to practice every single day. And that's why I got my blue collar name tag here. Because
Okay, I got it.
yes, my hard worker name tag. What was it that Sharon did? He put on his blue collar work jacket. This is my nod
Yeah.
to that. That's what
Very
we need
good. All
to
right,
do.
very cool. Yeah. So you are uh essentially sharing the team motto of the blue collar, work hard
Yeah.
mentality, man. We appreciate that. So I'm sorry. So is your final prediction 3-0? I mean, is that what you think the boys are gonna do here?
You know what?
Yeah?
I do think I've been saying all along, I do think Ohio State is overrated with I don't think they've been tested, and once they get tested, I don't know if they're gonna be able to handle the pressure. I think the game that we play against them is going to be their very first test of the whole season.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a test Purdue was for them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same.
really, if you look at their schedule to bring it up, because there's a Buckeye screaming right now.
Is there?
Texas, Texas and Illinois, I guess. Who else have they played? I mean, really.
Right.
Washington's decent. I mean, but they beat them like we did. I mean, nothing special. Yeah. So I mean, I think it's fair, and I think Buckeyes know that in the back of their head. They know their team, their schedule was not the toughest this year, but they had their schedule. It is what it is. Just win, and they've done that. So to answer the question, the topic of the night: can Michigan go 3-0? Michigan can go 3-0. Michigan can win out. Michigan can be a playoff team. If Michigan plays anything like the 2 games previously, then we will be 2-0. So I guess I'm walking the fence here, but I will give my final answer. Yes, Michigan can be 3-0. I don't see why we can't win that game. We can win that game, but we definitely have to come out and play good football. You know?
I agree. Yeah. It's so imperative. I mean, the way that the bye week worked out for Michigan is perfect. Having it this late and then just building up. Like, I remember somebody, maybe it was in Big Ten Media Days, when Sharon Moore said that he divided the season up into quarters. But this being the final quarter, you have to finish strong. This is what you've been working towards the entire season.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you. It's going to be interesting to watch. I mean, the Northwestern game is going to be interesting to watch. I'm excited about it. I think Michigan has a real shot here to have a good year. I mean, but we're going to see how they handle it. I mean, I will say, though, and I'm sure a lot of Michigan fans feel similarly, how's the team going to come out of the bye? Like, that's a great question. Like, is Sharon Moore going to have them ready for this? We're going to find out. But let's get these super chats here, Minnie. We got Michigander here, $10 super chat. Thank you, Michigander. What if Oregon beats USC but loses to Washington? That is the only way we make the Big Ten championship. Does anyone want to be in it if we lose to Indiana? Would we make the playoffs at 10-3? Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know. I mean, you would think we would make the playoffs, but at 10-3, and what if we got whooped? What if we got waxed? Would the committee really hold it against us? I don't know. I mean,
it would.
Michigan, I'll tell you, well, that's a damn good question. I don't think I have the answer for you, buddy.
10-3.
We'll find out. You shouldn't penalize a team for making a championship game, but I mean, that's been a debate since the 14 playoff.
Right.
I can't say I know would we make it. I guess it just comes down to how I would think we would, but I just don't know. I can't say I know that answer. I don't.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to get ahead of ourselves here, or to say this, but it's all, this is what happens. We all get so excited about talking about the college football playoffs, and it's just, I mean, you can only, right? We're only following Michigan. We're really just locked into what Michigan is doing, and we want the players and the coaches to do the same exact thing. And so I think Michigan has what it takes, but it's also going to depend on what other teams have going on. Do they have the bye week? Are they traveling? Like, all of those things matter. Travel especially matters. And the fact that now we only have one travel game, and it's to Chicago?
Yep, Wrigley Field.
Yeah, that's it. That's going to be a bonus too.
Yeah. Agree. So I mean, we'll just see how they respond, Minnie. I mean, it's interesting. Again, it's interesting because it's a 3-game season. Everything's set up for us. I mean, the Ohio State game's at home. There's no reason Michigan should not capitalize, but we'll just have to find out. We got Steve Dace here, Michigander, $5 super chat. Steve Dace was at the Purdue game. He said he was never seen our wide receivers more open before, even in all the years he has watched Michigan. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to think about that. But look, it's clear Bryce has regressed a little. It's clear.
Who's to say there's not a little bit of injury that he was fighting?
I don't know.
Right before the bye. You just don't know. They're not going to tell us. Why would they tell us? If he can play, then that's,
Yeah, to Juju's point, we do travel to Maryland. That's right, because John's going to that game.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, we'll find out. We'll find out. Look, Bryce has got to respond. I mean, we all know it. I'm not running from it. I'm not going to hide from it. I'm not going to not talk about it. Bryce has got to play better. He's got to lock in. We'll see if he does. Michiganers final super chat here for $5. Isaiah Hole said this Michigan team is not as efficient in the red zone as we were last year. That speaks volumes. That is interesting.
That
I
is
wonder if I
true.
can pull that up quick. Red zone efficiency.
Yeah, no, he's right. It just makes me also think of the fact that at this point, it's not just what Bryce is doing, it's everyone around him. Everyone around him needs to give 100% and have his back in order for him to be successful. We're talking a lot about Bryce. It's a lot of pressure on one player. I think you also need to make sure that everyone is taking accountability.
So Michigan this year was ranked 106th, just like our passing game, in red zone efficiency. As crazy as it sounds, Eastern Michigan's number one. They have 100% red zone efficiency. That's absolutely freaking nuts. In 2024, though, Michigan was 65th, and Eastern Michigan was 66th. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, it's wild. I bring it up because I went to Eastern Michigan, so it's funny to me. But yeah, I mean, look, Michigan, it's got to be better in red zone. I mean, I'm just trying to think why we would be better last year than this year. Like, what is?
I'm wondering that too.
Quarterback. Well, it's probably it's probably because the kicking game. We're not, we're missing field goals. Turnovers and kicking, Juju. I mean, I'd say that might be accurate. I don't know what our turnovers look like for red zone specifically, but I wonder if it has that. I can look. Let's see. Nope, I don't have it. I can't find that stat, but that's interesting. Yeah, you ain't wrong. I mean, Michigan's not fond on giving a kid a Michigan degree with only one semester left.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So Michigan, Minnie, for you, if you don't know,
I'm just looking it up right now.
50% of your credits, or what is it? I used to know this. Michigan will not accept anything above like 60 credits from another school. So Michigan has a really hard time getting juniors and seniors. You essentially either have to be a freshman, a sophomore, or a graduated senior.
I really wish that they would have admissions just blanketed through the whole NCAA, especially for athletes. That just seems so crazy to me.
Well, the reason why that can't work is because every school has different academic standards, I mean, I just wish Michigan had student athlete exemptions, but I mean, they just don't want players to get a cheap degree. I mean, I can respect that, but I can respect that to an extent, but I don't like, for example, Michigan lost out on portal players last year in December because the semester was already so far that they couldn't get them in time to be enrolled for spring semester, so they would miss spring practice, spring ball,
because
and they wouldn't be able to join teams in
your
June.
Enrollment is different, right? It's
we have an early enrollment.
That's right.
And I'm curious how that's going to have an impact on this new transfer portal window that starts in January.
Yeah, that was my next thought was
13 days.
How is that going to affect it?
Yeah. So I don't know. We're going to have to monitor it. I mean, word is Michigan's going to be aggressive though. Their word is Michigan's going to be very aggressive in the portal, more aggressive in the portal than actually closing in recruiting. We'll see. To be determined, but all right. Wait, hold on. We got another one here. Oh, no, that's the same one. Okay. So we got all of our super chats. Appreciate you, Michigander. You came through tonight.
Thank you.
That is appreciated. All right, Minnie. Well, that is all of our topics today. Let's give a final thought here before our game this week, and then we will have another show next week.
Well, yeah, I just want them to go in fresh. I know that isn't it a morning game or is it at noon?
It's a noon game.
Noon game. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. Hopefully it'll be nice and chilly and crisp. But no, Northwestern, just take it one game at a time. I know it's
Yeah.
Northwestern, but you got to just focus on that. Don't even
Yeah.
talk about next week.
Mhm.
There was a player, I forget who it was, but I'll quote him anyways. You guys might know who it was. He said to play every game like it's your last game. It's a Michigan player just recently. And
Interesting. Okay.
I
Yeah. Well,
love
they need to.
that.
Well, they need to. I mean, to be honest, our season depends on every game, so they can't afford a blip or there's no redos, Minnie. So they better step up. We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Damn, I just watched a crazy video just happened. But all right, Minnie.
Are you
Well, that's our
multitasking
show
over there?
today. Huh?
You're multitasking?
Yeah, I went on my Twitter real quick and there was a video playing, and it was this lady. She almost got her head like. Here, I'll just play it. You guys want to see this video? Let's watch it.
Oh my God.
All right, hold on. Yeah, I looked at the Twitter real quick, make sure I wasn't missing anything, and
Oh, that's good.
so check this out. You see that? That could have been a bad time. That could have been a really bad time.
What the hell? Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Michigander wants predictions for the Northwestern game. He's got 26-14. What is your score prediction for Michigan Northwestern, Minnie?
Oh, I like that low score. Let's go with that. Let's go with 10 Northwestern though. And
What? Yeah, what for Michigan?
I mean, I hope it's more like 28.
Okay, so I'm at 31 because I think Michigan. I think
I
they're
love
hungry.
that.
Yeah, I think they're hungry. I think Michigan wants to. I think Michigan wants to set the tone. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
it wouldn't
31.
surprise me if there's a shutout. It wouldn't even surprise me if they come off this bye with a shutout.
Yeah, I'll do 31-10. I like 31-10. That one sounds good to me. I think the defense is going to lock in. I think Michigan has a point to prove. So we got some other predictions here. We got Cameron 24-17 Michigan. We got Goats and Chios 31-17 Michigan. We got 31-21 Michigan. Trophy game, you ain't wrong. This is a trophy game. 23-14 Michigan. Michigander, you're not wrong, but we're going to find out, aren't we, buddy? I mean, look, that is a concern, and we'll talk more about that on Tuesday's show, but we got to have – shout out to Jason, by the way. Minnie, if we do the Ohio State game, I don't know if you've made up your mind yet if you're going, but if we do, we will be hitting Jason McBride's tailgate for sure. Met him at the Tigers game. Awesome guy. Yeah, let me know. Keep me updated on that. But all right, boys. We'll get this one. We got some more score predictions. We got 34-13 Michigan, and we also got 17-13 Michigan. Appreciate you guys playing along with us.
Nice.
That is our show. Okay, this is a fair question. I think someone else asked me this question. No, the plan is to still do the game, or I'm sorry, the show at 8:00 tomorrow. So me and John have not discussed pushing the show back. We can watch it together while we do the show. Why not? Michigan should have a decisive victory tomorrow. We are, in my opinion, one of the best teams in the nation, if not the best. So we got Jay here, 21-17 Michigan. Let's go blue. But that is our show today. Appreciate everyone watching, being a part of it. We will be back next Monday, 7 p.m. for the Michigan Monday podcast. Yeah. And as you guys know, it is always go blue.